Hello everyone, this is N.P. Sagar working in the Sagar Institute of Research and Technology. So welcome you all in today's session. In today's session, we are going to discuss about the steel manufacturing methods. In the previous session, we have discussed about the industrial metal that is known as steel, and also we have discussed about the scope of the steel in the industry and in our daily life. And also we have discussed about the number of characteristics and the advantages and also discussed about the applications. So in this session, we are going to discuss about the steel manufacturing methods. And this lecture is beneficial for the students studying in third semester under the University of RGPB. And at least uh, we have seen in the university papers that at least one question is framed on the basis of the steel manufacturing methods. So this is important. All of you should study and learn about the steel manufacturing methods. So let us start with the steel manufacturing methods. What are the prevailing manufacturing methods by the manufacturers? Yes, the steel is produced via two main routes. The blast furnace, that is basic oxygen furnace, BFVOF route. This is one of the method to produce steel. Second is electric arc furnace EAF route, and variations and combinations of production routes also exist. The key difference between the routes is the type of raw materials they consume. This is the basic difference. What type of raw material is provided to the uh, manufacturing method. So for the BFBOF, that is the blast furnace, basic oxygen furnace. These are predominantly iron ore, coal, and recycled steel. So in the first method, that is non-blast furnace, basic oxygen furnace, in in this method, the input is iron ore. Input is iron ore, then coal and the recycled steel. These are the raw materials provided to this route. While in the AF route, while in the another method that is electric arc furnace, this produces steel using mainly recycled uh, steel and the electricity. In the second manufacturing method, uh, we use the recycled steel. In the first method, the uh, raw material is iron ore, coal, and the recycled steel. Depending on the plant configuration and availability of the recycled steel, other sources of metallic iron such as uh, direct reduced iron DRI or hot metal can also be used in the second methodology that is known as electric arc furnace. So these are the two methods through which the steel is produced, and the basic difference is the uh, raw material. What type of raw material is provided to the manufacturing method? A total of 70.7% of steel is produced using BFBOF method, first method. With the use of first method, in which we use the raw materials as uh, iron ore, coal, and the recycled steel. So through this method, is 70.7% of steel is produced. First, iron ores are reduced to iron, also called hot metal or pig iron. Then iron is converted to steel in the BOF. After casting and rolling, the steel is delivered as coil plate sections or bar. So this is the procedure how the steel is produced by using the first method, that is BF BOF route. And steel made in an EF electric arc furnace uses electricity to melt recycled steel. In the second method, that is electric arc furnace, the raw material is recycled steel, and this is the electric arc furnace. Definitely, with the use of electricity, it is melted the recycled steel, and some additives are added. Additives such as alloys are used to adjust to the desired chemical composition. And about only 28.9% of steel is produced via electric arc furnace route. So this is the difference. The maximum the maximum production of the steel is produced by the first method, that is known as BF method, and the 28.9 means approximate 30% of steel production is produced with the help of electric arc furnace. Another steel making technology, the open hearth furnace. Apart from those two methods, there is one more method that is known as open hearth furnace, OHF, and it makes up about 0.4% of global steel production. So that is very less production as compared to the previous methods. And this process is very energy intensive and is in decline owing to its environmental and economic disadvantages. This method has some drawbacks. That's why it is used less. And most steel products remain in use for decades before they can be recycled. And therefore, there is not enough recycled steel to meet growing demand using the EF steel making method alone. Demand is made through a combined use of the BFOF, BFBOF, and EAF production methods. So mostly the demand is met on the basis of these two methods. And all of these production methods can use recycled steel, scrap as a uh, input. All above three methods, we have seen that they use recycled steel, scrap as input, and most new steel contains recycled steel. Steel is not a single product. There are more than 1,500 different grades of steel with many different physical, chemical, and environmental properties. And approximately 75% of modern steels have been developed in the past 20 years. If the Eiffel Tower were to be rebuilt today, the engineers would only need one third of the steel that was originally used. This is the big difference. If the Eiffel Tower were to be rebuilt today, the engineers would only need one third of the steel that was originally used. Steel is not a single product. There are more than just we have discussed this thing. All of them are alloys in which iron is mixed with the carbon and other elements also. Steels are described as the, mild steel, medium steel, or high carbon steels according to the percentage of the carbon they contain. And although this is never greater than about 1.5%. So type of steel, the first steel known as mild steel, and it is having up to 0.25 percentage of carbon. And the second type of steel is medium carbon steel. It is having a carbon content. The carbon content varies from 0.25% to 0.45%. This is known as medium carbon steel. And high carbon steel, the carbon content starts from 0.45% to 1.5%. So these are the types of steels. So let us conclude the session. What we have discussed today, we have discussed about the steel manufacturing methods, okay, how the steel is produced. So basically, we have seen the different three methods through which the steel is produced. One is blast furnace, that is basic oxygen furnace, BF, BOL, and second we have discussed about the electric arc furnace route, and third method also we have discussed, that is open hearth furnace method. This is open hearth furnace. And on three methods, we have seen that the 70% of production of steel is produced with the help of first method, that is BF and BOF method. And the 28.9% of steel is produced with the help of EAF method, electric arc furnace method. And in case of open hearth furnace, we have seen that 0.4% of global steel production is taken place by the OHF method. And in the last, we have discussed about the types of steels, that is mild steel, medium carbon steel, and high carbon steel. So thank you all of you. In the next session, we meet soon again. Thank you very much.